principle of healing that we are going to look at today is the fasting and the juicing. Many natural practitioners end up with this conclusion, and now it's much explained and proven by science that it is very correct. So, the herbal tea and the juice fasting, the most effective treatment for any disease. That is the title of what we're going to look at today. Herbal tea and juice fasting, the most effective treatment for any disease. Why it has to be herbal tea and why it has to be fasting? That's what we're going to explain first. Herbal tea, it helps to just take from the plants, most of the time dry plants, the nutrients from that plant, minerals, healing properties, and essential oils, and many other things from the plant. Now, why it has to be tea is because it's ready to go straight in the blood in a couple of minutes. Now, if you take a herbal capsule, now it's full of fiber, and the body needs to do the work to now extract the nutrients from the herbs, and it takes a little bit of process. Sometimes you can combine both. So we use herbal tea in this condition just to get into the body fast as possible. The same ideology for juicing. For example, you cannot eat 10 plates of salad. You just cannot. But you can juice 10 pounds. You can juice, 10 pounds of greens and everything. It might give you maybe 1 quart or 2 of fresh juice. Let's say 2 quarts from 10 pounds. It depends what you are juicing. So imagine you take 10 pounds that you could not chew or eat, and you run it through a very good machine. The best machine I recommend is masticating juicer. It's a slow juicer that it masticates, meaning it just squeezes the vegetables and just squeeze the juice out of it. It's not the cutting, the blade run and cutting and bringing too much air. High-speed juices now, they are not good for treatment, because it brings too much air in the juice and oxidize the juice fast and destabilize most of the enzyme also. So it's very recommended to use masticating juicer. For example, Champion juicer, and the one I prefer is Green Star juicer, twin gear. Okay, twin gear, 5,000 Green Star juicer. That's what I prefer, that's what I have. So the idea is breaking down everything to the finest possible, ready for the body. That is the idea. Why? Because when we are sick, the body is weak, it does not digest very well, it does not have enough energy to digest. The research proves that if you eat a plate of food, okay, you eat any meal, maybe the rice or whatever, it takes about two-thirds of the body to process that from your mouth to the end, to the bathroom. So the body is going to use a lot of energy to process that food. So let's say you eat a lot of salad right now, a lot. Now the body, you're going to chew. When you are chewing, you are spending a lot of energy. Chewing is good, it's healthy. I'm not against that. Because chewing, when you are chewing with your teeth, it's a kind of acupuncture. It's stimulating all the nerve and the organ that are linked to that teeth. Because every teeth in your mouth is linked to an organ in your stomach, in your body. Okay, your teeth, there's some of your teeth linked to your stomach. Some of your teeth linked to your pancreas. Some of your teeth linked to your liver. Every teeth is linked to some vital organ. So chewing is very healthy. But for a sick person at that moment, he needs something much more than that. So if a sick person will spend time to chew, how long he can chew? Chew a little bit, he's tired and give up. Now, when you finish to chew, you get in the stomach, so the body going to have enough time now to process that salad slowly, slowly, slowly. Now, I have a lot of fiber, and most of the fiber from the grain are not soluble. If you eat a banana has soluble fiber that the body can break down. But if you eat, let's say you eat a salad of kale, you're going to chew that kale so hard, and the kale is full of fibers that cannot be digested. So the body is going to be pulling all of these things that cannot be digested anyway. Yes, it's going to help you to sweep your colon, clean up your system. It does a lot of other good stuff. Okay, it binds up toxins from your body. It does a lot of good other stuff. Yes, but for the sick person at that crucial moment, you do not need so much work to put on your body. Therefore, the juicing becomes a serious blessing. There are people who need blood transfusion like right away. And we give them 1 gallon of fresh juice a day. In 3 days, they go check it out. The doctor says, you don't need no blood transfusion. Your blood is fine. Everything is fine. 1 gallon a day. In 3 days, you have the whole blood rebuild like that. This is a reality. This is a fact. That's what juice can do. You just need to choose good quality of what you're going to put in that juice. Good vegetables, safe enough, less toxin, make it organic as you can. If you live in the country, go wild, 100%. Pick this wild dandelion, wild plantain, wild burdock, wild yellow dog. All of these good wild. Pick them, wash it very well, and choose it. But you need to know why it's too strong, so don't drink a lot of it at the same time. Drink a little bit and wait. If you drink a lot, you will be diarrhea, and you're losing it. You can drink every 20 minutes because it takes 15 to 20 minutes for the juice to be absorbed into your bloodstream. So you can do like 2 ounces and wait for 20 minutes and take another 3 ounces and drink like that throughout the day. You are going to flood the body with what? Nutrients, vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients, everything you can imagine. So in the green juice, I recommend you add a little bit of oil to it. And I recommend much more hemp oil. Why? In the green juice, there are some of the nutrients called liposoluble nutrients. What does it mean? Lipo means fat. So they are easily absorbed in the presence of fat. Why? In your small intestine where you have the absorption, you have a 2-way of absorption. You have the blood capillaries that absorb nutrients, and you also have the lymphatic capillaries. Okay, the lymphatic capillaries that absorb fat things. Because when you eat fat right now, it's going to be broken to fatty acid. It's going to be absorbed through your lymph capillaries. So you need some little fat to carry this thing through the channels. So I highly recommend don't just be drinking green juice unless you are sure that what you are using to make the green have a lot of fat in it. Because there are some grains, for example, dandelion have a lot of things in it. Okay? But still, you can add just a teaspoon. You don't need a lot, just a little bit. Teaspoon is a lot. Teaspoon or a little bit and just shake it up. Just a little bit of fat into your green juice. Oh my goodness, you are just blessing yourself. So that is the principle for the juicing and the tea. It makes the food ready. You can add to the green juice some very safe enzyme if you want to, but you don't really have to, because the green juice have already the enzyme, but you can still add a little bit for some purpose in some case of treatment which is needed. You must know what you're really doing in that case. Now, so when you are drinking the juice, guess what? You are saving the body the 2/3 of energy the body should be using to process that digestion. So you're saving energy to the body. That's number one. Number two, it absorbs faster. Number three, it does a huge work, because when the body is weak, you need nutrients in high amounts, like very high dose. So if you can only eat one plate of salad, you can drink the juice for maybe 20 plates of salad. You just juice it and drink it out throughout the day. So it's like you are taking 20 plates of salad a day. It builds you so much. Why this is important for us to understand? Look at these animals in the wild. Buffalo, cow, fed on grass, all of this. They eat only grass. But they don't just eat a little bit of grass. They eat grass whole day. They eat the grass whole day. They chop it and they bring it back and chew it, and it's like a juicing. They are juicing their grass anyway. So if you are a human being, you are vegan, or you want to go through treatment, don't just rely on salad. You are malnourished. Malnourished. Juicing helps you to balance. You can do both if you really need it. You can do some juice and some salad, because some of the salad are going to need a little bit of something and a lot of avocado and other stuff. It depends how you make the salad. Sometimes make salad only with what? A whole big red onion and avocado and hemp oil and a little bit of Himalayan pink salt, a little bit of lemon juice. I have a perfect salad. It don't have no green in it. The avocado is high fat. It doesn't absorb very fast. Onion, oh my goodness, sulfur, everything you want right there. So it depends on the quality. The whole picture here is give less work to the body, because the body of the sick person is already weak. I'm trying to re-emphasize on this because it's a key point in healing. The body is weak. Do not give extra work to the body. Giving to the body anything to digest. Give to the body whatever is ready to absorb. Juice, plus a little bit of fat, plus a little enzyme, you're ready to go. There was an experience with a man called Luke Coroner. There's something I developed also, that you take greens, you juice the greens, you take some of the nuts, you run it in the machine, and you run it through the filter, and you have the pure nut milk. And then you take seeds like sesame seed or whatever, you sprout them, and then you run in the machine. So you mix the green juice with the nut milk with the sprout seed, all blend, plus the enzyme. If you want, you can add other things like the mineral and vitamins to that. There are people who are completely down. Very down. They come right back to life. It's potent than anything you can take. Anything. It rebuilds, it heals, it does everything to the body. And this thing, you just need to learn how to do it. So you break down everything, and then you add enzyme to it, and then you add a little bit of fat to make it easy to absorb, and you're good to go. Now, we explain why, we explain the benefits, and then Let's see why we adding herbal tea and how we fasting. First, the digestion itself have a lot of pull in your brain. When you are digesting, your brain needs to be focused to direct all of these things going on. Your brain needs to be to direct how the stomach works, how pancreas works, how liver works, how everything going on, how all of these are working, how all the digestive enzymes coming in. Everything is at work for digestion. It tasks the brain a lot. So when you take that burden from the body, you also release in your brain. Digestion stress the brain a lot. You have to really understand that. The sick people are very stressed out. Don't add them extra stress of digestion. No. Now the juicing with a good for all of that, it fuels the brain. It fuels the brain so much that the brain light up. The person's demeanor changed right away. It was before last year. It was a sister in the church. Sister Mina, she was so sick. 2 weeks, can't do anything, always on bed. And then I went there to visit her, and I took with me vitamin C. I took like 12,000 milligrams. You should only take 50 milligrams. That's what the hospital prescribed, 50 milligrams a day. And I took 12,000. That's a high dose of vitamin C. I took the greens and chlorella, spirulina, anything. And I went there with the green juice, and I mixed all of this stuff, and I gave it to her to drink. I said, drink this every 20 minutes. Believe me, in the next 2 hours, she get up and cook. The whole family was shocked. Say yes. The body is weak because the body don't have nutrients to run. You can't treat a body keeping the body weak because most of these medicine make the body feel weak. So you have to build up, bind up the body. It was like 4 years ago. There was a friend of mine, he's an engineer in construction. The wife was sick. She was working in Lincoln Hospital, very, very sick. And I went to visit them in the Spring Valley. It was the same situation. I did the same thing. Guess what? After a couple of hours, she also was fine enough that she cooked for us. And I did it like many times. It works. I'm going to give another example. It was a brother from, it was a sister actually, from Rhode Island. Her brother was extremely sick. He could not stand by himself. His knees swelled so big. I mean, really big. And he can't even stretch the legs. And he's suffering like this for the last 3 years. He went to all the specialists possible. Nothing really working. And they called me to come in. Okay. I went, I looked at the case, I told the family, the only way I can help this man, he's going to spend 30 days without eating anything. He's going to be on fast for 30 days. Herbal teas, green juice, nut milk, and sprout seed, stuff like that. And nothing cooked, nothing heavy food, no. And they was like, what? I said, yep, he's going to spend 30 days, he's going to be fasting. And I made a lot of other medicine and herbs, and I mixed a lot of other stuff that he was doing. Like red onion juice with garlic juice, with added some minerals to it. I made my own, antibiotic, mixing some of the stuff. And by God's grace, after 3 weeks, this man who could not stand for years, he had to pee and poo right there. The sister needs to be with him 24/7 to help because he can't do anything. For the first time, after 3 weeks only, the man makes steps by himself. He can go to the bathroom by himself. It was miraculous. Myself, I could not believe it. That's how powerful it is. Why? Because I try to understand that the body needs help. The body don't need medicine like we think. The body needs nutrients, things to rebuild whatever is missing. Any medicine you are going to use, no matter how good is the medicine, if you put the medicine in a weak, sick body, it's not going to be very effective. But if you can build up the body and add these things, yeah, you're doing something serious. The next thing is this. Fasting and juicing starve the bacteria, microbe, virus, even cancer cells. Starve. They don't have things to eat because these things live on carbohydrate. They live on sugar. Teas don't have sugar in it. Most of the green juice are very low sugar. So they don't have anything to eat. So they're going to die from starvation. You can check on YouTube how to kill cancer cells by starving them. There's a lot of research on that. So you are starving the disease. You are starving the virus. You are starving the microbe. You are starving the cancer cells. That's how you get a victory. At the same time, you are starving. Now you are building up the body. You are healing the body. You are giving much strength, capacity, ability to the body. And the body will heal itself. Starving the cancer cells. The next thing is, the same time you are starving, if there is a cancer, when the cancer cells dying off, the death of cancer cell is very poisonous to the body. It's very toxic. So this green juice and herbal tea, they are going to be detoxing this thing completely out of your body quickly. Detoxing, removing, cleanse it out, bend it out, bind it out. It's such an amazing thing. Now, research has proven that if you spend a day, just a day, you're not eating anything, you're only drinking water, it increases your immune system. It increases your growth hormone. Now they are talking about interval fasting, where in the morning you don't eat anything. It helps you give much more of growth hormones. Because to repair the body, you got to have much of growth hormone to grow new cells fast. It has to be done when the body is not working to digest anything. Your immune system spikes like boom when you are in fast. Now imagine you are in fast and now you add the green juice, herbal tea, good nutrients, minerals, vitamins, all of that. It's so great to the body. So not only it nourishes the body, but it heals the body, it detox the body, it cleans the body, it increases your immune system, it increases your growth hormones, it brings everything the body needed. It's so good. It's really work. You just need to know how to do it. So I'm going to give an example of how it works. Let's say I want to take a typical simple. Let's say you are in a vacation for a week and you want to take care of yourself. Take that week, don't eat anything. Put yourself on juice, a lot of juice and herbal tea. And if you can exercise a little bit, that would be great. If you cannot exercise, put yourself in some sauna and sweat out toxin out of your body. So in the morning, you wake up in the morning, take lemon juice in water. Okay, put the fresh lemon in water. All the water you are going to use that week is distilled water plus Himalayan pink salt or Celtic salt. Is the best pH for the electrolyte in your body. It's even better than Kangen water. Or alkaline water, there are many names for it. So you wake up in the morning, you drink. Some people will drink enough water. Some will drink the water, warm water with lemon. That is the best. It hydrates the body. It makes the body ready to do anything. You wait for 30 minutes. Then you take a colon cleanse to empty your bowel. Take some cascara sagrada and some herbal tea, stenapod, you can do mandrake. There are many, many things to take to clean up the system quickly. You take that, you wait for an hour, you might send it to the bathroom, and you empty your bowel. When you come back now, do herbal tea. It depends what you have. If you are diabetic, do the herbs that are for diabetic, like Eureka, burdock, yellow duck, Sylvester guinestamum. There are many, many herbs. We have more than 20 herbs here we use for diabetic patients. It works fantastically. You know? So your herbal tea will be herb for diabetic. If you have a liver problem, you use a herb for liver. Milk thistle, black thistle, yellow duck, all of these things for liver. So you use the herbal tea based on what you have as problem. Okay? You take the herbal tea, do the infusion first, which is you heat it up, you put the herb, the dry herb, whatever, in the pot, put the water. The same water you drink, still be distilled water and salt. That is the only water you are going to use throughout the whole treatment. Add it to the thing and heat it up. At the end it starts boiling, stop it and let it simmer. Okay? Simmer for maybe 10-15 minutes, cool down. And you strain it and drink that. And put it back. Add more water and boil it for 10 to 15 minutes. That's called decoction. So why you do infusion first? There are some nutrients from the plant that cannot take too much heat. So you need to extract that with low heat. That's the infusion. You put it back for some of the minerals that could not come out of the plant and let it really heat up. So by decoction, you get much more of the nutrient that can resist the heat. So you take your herbal tea twice, spaced with maybe 30 minutes space, and you relax, walk around. If there is a sunny day, take some sun or do something and wait. Let the herb go in the body and work. Wait for maybe another hour, you wait, and then you start juicing. You start juicing. If you are diabetic, then you are going to juice things that are good for diabetic patients. For example, bitter melon. Fresh bitter melon is one of the best things any diabetic patient can use. You can juice cactus. Okay? And you can juice dandelion, all of these greens. So you do your juice also made of vegetables that are good for what you are suffering from. So it depends what is the thing. Okay? If you have gout, I would suggest you put much more of red onion in that juice. Okay? So it depends what is the problem. And then you put what is adapted to that in the juice. You make the juice, I would recommend it depends of your body weight. If you are heavy enough, do 2 quarts. If you are not that heavy, use 1 quart, should be enough. Now when you have the 1 quart, don't drink it down like that. You are losing it. Do not drink more than 8 ounces of green juice at a time. Drink 8 ounces and wait and let the body absorb it. 20 minutes, drink another 8 ounces, drink another 8 ounces. If 1 quart is 32 ounces, drink it 4 times and you're fine. Okay? You do that. Now, you wait for 2-3 hours. Now you are going to make a mix of things. You take nuts that you blend it up and then you strain it. You blend it and strain it. It becomes completely free from all the fibers. You take sprouts. Don't buy sprout from the store. It's full of mold. Do not ever buy any sprout from any shelf. It's dangerous. I'm sorry people are dying from this thing. They say they're doing raw. It's full of anything you can imagine. Sprout your own thing home, please. I'm not against the company sprouting, but I'm just a little bit aware of how much it's hurting people. They spray any kind of water on this sprout. It comes from any kind of seed you don't know. And then when they leave it on the shelf, guess what? You can go right now in a Whole Foods store. You look at this sprout, you open it up, you see mold deep between somewhere the mold. You know, sometimes you buy the tray of wheat grass, and when you open it up, you see the bottom there is full of mold. So you have to check this thing very well if you really have to buy it. Make sure you trust who is making it and how safe it is. So you take your sprout, put it in a blender, and run it, and strain it also. You know, add a little bit of water to it. If you don't want to use water, it's fine. Use like lemon juice or anything else. So you have your milk, your nut milk, your seed sprout, fluid or milk again, and then you add whatever you want. You can add a sea moss to it if you want. You can add a little bit of dates to make for a little bit of sweetness, and add enzyme to it, and make it up depending on what you have as disease. Okay? If it's diabetes, then I would suggest you use black seed in your stuff, because black seed is one of the potent stuff for diabetes patients. Okay? So you make a new drink. It's also fluid. The whole thing is healing the body without giving too much to the body to do. And providing high level, high quality, and high quantity of nutrients to the body. That is the purpose. So you make that stuff, it might be maybe 1 quart, and you drink it slowly. Same process. 8 ounces every 20 minutes again. Now you are done. By 4 o'clock p.m., you can take another herbal tea. And then by 6, you can do avocado and red onion. You can add a little watercress, because watercress don't really have too much fiber. It's very potent, very pungent, very healthy. You make some nice salad. Why? You need some good fat, because your cell membrane is made of 50% fat. Your brain is made of high level of fat. You cannot build anything in your body without cholesterol. You need a good cholesterol. From avocado, from coconut oil, from the good source of fat. Your body cannot operate without fat. Be careful if you are taking certain drugs. If you are a man, you're going to become impotent. You're going to lose your brain. And you're going to end up having Alzheimer's, schizophrenia, all of these brain problems. You're going to be very careful about this thing of over-controlling cholesterol. Control your acidosis, and the cholesterol will never hurt you. If you are not acidic, cholesterol won't hurt you. But if you are acidic, then cholesterol becomes a threat, becomes a problem. Same thing for mucus. God put mucus in our body to protect us. If you create an acidic environment, they have too much mucus to protect us, it becomes build up and create a blockage, and then we are in big trouble. Okay, the conjunctive tissue will start breaking down, and you are in a big, big trouble. You can have any kind of disease. So that is the ideal about, we call it herbal tea and juice fasting, the best and the effective way of treating any disease. Now, plus all of this, you can add any other medicine you know. And if you are using turpentine, take it as you have to take it. If you are taking any other medicine you are taking, take it along with these things. Okay? So it depends on the treatment you are following. If you have to be doing hydrotherapy, you're going to be doing some infrared light therapy. It depends on what you are doing. But these are key to go with your treatment. If you are not sick, you can still do this. Okay? When I used to be working, when I have vacation, this is what I do to myself. Spend the whole week, I'm not eating anything. And I do this thing. Believe me, you will feel so relaxed. Last day I did it. I went to Pennsylvania to relax for a week. In the morning, what do I take? I take a fresh cherries. Fresh cherries, run in the machine or anything like that, and get the juice out of it. Because cherries are very high in nutrients, antioxidant, vitamin C, a lot of stuff. I don't eat anything cooked, really. Most of the stuff was, the fresh stuff, smoothies that I do after I can. In 1 week, I felt like I was resting for a month. I don't give no work to the body, I don't give no food to the body to digest. It helped me sleep very well, and I find that there was a lot of melatonin in the red cherries, a lot, So you can adapt this as you want. There's a doctor, his name is Dr. Sebi. When people are extremely sick, he put them in a program like this for 3 months, 90 days. It's a little bit drastic for people, though. For him, you won't eat anything. It's just drinking this juice and this and that and that. You know. So it's a very powerful treatment. You just need to learn how to do it and add a little of scientific understanding to it, how to apply oil, how to do this, how to do that. You're going to be so surprised how it works. It works so well. It can be used for maintenance. It can be used for healing. It depends on how you function. Okay? So we are going to stop right here. And if you have any question, we can take the question. If you have any question, we can take that quickly. And or any comments, question or comments. You can press *6 or *61 if you want to speak.